Do you feel like do you make a lot of big mistakes? Are you hard on yourself, or are you just kind of easygoing and let things kind of flow?
I'm not easygoing. I'm the hard opposite of easygoing, and I make a shitload of mistakes. But I don't think you can parent and not make mistakes because it's not an exact science. It simply isn't. You don't know the personality of the child you're going to have. You don't know what's going to work or not work with that child. And then if you have another child, say you get in a groove with old number one, here comes number two with a whole different set of criteria. Not the same
Right.
parents, not the same journey for the child. And I'll say something to piggyback on something you said about like you think you'd screw it up because you are right now a man who is not teamed up with somebody that you want to enter this adventure with. Like I think a lot of having children for me, and I would love to hear Rob's 2 cents on this, although I think I know what he's going to say, was I outpunted my coverage when it came to marrying somebody with attributes and qualities that I admire. So the idea of teaming up with her to have kids, I'm like, we can do this. Sort of like, all right, neither one of us know what we're doing, but you liked your family, I liked my family, and I like you and you like me. Let's give this a go. And there's something very much like rah-rah about it. That's part of the fun, adventure, and challenge of having kids is the team element of it. I mean, I can't imagine being a single dad. I never have been, knock on wood. And a single mom, even harder. I can't imagine that journey. But for me, being happily married to somebody I admire, and when I see attributes of her in my children, I think, good, thank God they pulled that from my wife. That's great.
Rob, Rob, you want to take that one?
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit different now because, like I said, I've been through this kind of life change, and I find myself for the first time parenting solo. Half the time the kids are with me and I'm by myself with them. Certainly, yeah. I mean, and like to what I was saying earlier, like that's why my ex-wife and I still have such a great relationship, because the children were created out of love and our joint desire to do this together, and that just doesn't go away. So certainly, yeah, that was the reason I had kids. It was the same thing. I was scared shitless, especially because of what happened with my dad. And I didn't, when I found out my firstborn was going to be a son, I was like, holy Christ, I don't know what it is to be a father. You know what I mean? I don't have any reference for being a father. And another buddy of mine was like, well, that's probably why you're having a son, so you can figure that out.
Right.
And, but now I find myself sort of in this sort of new world in terms of, fortunately, I've got 2 really good kids. They're teenagers. They're really like, buddies that I need to feed, friends that I need to feed.
Well,